Left 4 Dead, the game that became a classic in zombie genre with its sequel, the unforgettable gameplay, characters who have stories to tell, and of course huge variety of infected. The game that is inspired by a movie called Dawn of the Dead still holds up great with its creative and active community on Workshop, Reddit and YouTube despite over 16 years. But this video isn't about Left 4 Dead or its sequel, it's about a game that tries to mimic Left 4 Dead, but does it so horrible, it's good. And that game is called You may recognize this game from YouTubers like Markiplier, Venus Gaming or PewDiePie, but had you ever wondered what this game even about? So, Blood and Bacon is created by a big corporation, but despite the name, it's actually just one dude. And published by Crunch Games Ltd, which is their only published game. The game greets you with quite dark ambient menu. After choosing single player, you can choose up to 7 characters, which are Daisy D, Cricket Skelly, Lando Bacon, Johnny Blood, and Dead Viking. There's also a few secret characters that I don't really think meta undiscover, like what the fuck is that? So as we choose our character, we are great with the music of Kevin MacLeod and look around the map. We're also greeted by a farmer called McDigg, who is being pinned down by a pitchfork, and his leg is amputated. But fear not, he's actually very much alive.
My balls.
And as you can see by now, the game tries to mimic that Left 4 Dead style. Intros, the heart, shot mechanic, bleed it down system and infinite ammo on secondary weapon. Everything just says Left 4 Dead, but despite that, it actually have different mechanics, like wiping out blood from your camera or changing camera viewpoints. Every level is a day, and for 7 days the game will teach us how to play, how to shoot boars with Kevin MacLeod music, which is also extremely low quality. Explore the tunnels, I'll do that later. How to use pump, which actually heals you. To use meat grinder that if boars being pushed in can actually work as somewhat way of a shop, taking away meat for ammo. Grenades, which can actually implode in your arms and make you disabled. Milk that lets you jump really high and be faster. Can of melee, which makes you show really strong and mutates you, making you appear blue and with massive hand. And bounce back pills, which helps you out when you're downed. There are also electrical fans that can be used to burn the boars to the crisp, or actually make them alive like Frankenstein. We also discovered that there's different variations of boars. We got basic boars that can be taken down easily, skimpy boars who looks much creepier, armored boars which take up more bullets to kill, but got a big spot which is their ass, and skeleton boars who appear only in a night cycle of the levels. We get over 6 primary weapons and 4 secondary weapons that don't really differ from each other than fire rate and ammo capacity, but the two of them actually have a difference. The first is being a paintball gun that colors the boars. And other one is a rocket launcher that got only one rocket inside. It also got a fucking Atari logo on it, what? But you may wonder, why it got a one rocket? Well, let's see what it does. Yes, it was a freaking firework, but sadly it barely kills anybody, so yeah, it's pretty much useless. Also, ignore those few, they're completely locked no matter what. Nothing much happens until the 10th day, where we meet our first boss. His appearance is quite menacing to say at least, being seen only because of two glowing eyes. His name is Nitty Gritty. Hear what he got to say.
I'm the needy, greedy piggy, and I'm just gonna keep on talking about myself and my big fat head until you shoot me down and gut me to die. Blah, blah, blah. I will talk to you until you're sick of hearing my stupid voice.
He got only 3 attacks, which are chewing down, charging towards the player, and stomp that creates greenish waves. He can also heal by saying something on reverse. You can stop his regeneration with a grenade. After some time, his weak spot will reveal itself. When he's being electrocuted, it means you're in his weak spot, which are... guess what? Right, an ass. After defeat, we discover that every 10th day there is a boss fight, and the day 20 proves it. Yep, that's right, we're gonna fight with a fat-ass pig called Princess Blubbergut. By the words of McDigg, she used to be a contest winner of the prettiest pig up 3 years. She got few attacks, 2 of them were similar. One is a vomit, where she vomits on clockwise or counterclockwise rotation, and the other one is... well, see it yourself. Yeah. The fourth is her trying to vacuum you into a hole. And her final is jumping, which is somewhat similar to the previous boss fight. Also, you must stay close to her to make some damage. I guess it's for balancing features, cause some of her attacks doesn't really reach out. After her health depletes, she won't actually die. She will leave, but with only 5 heart containers. Every time when she jumps, you guys shoot her heart to destroy one of the containers. And after successfully doing so, you will get this. And sadly, that's all the boss fights. Yeah, the other boss fights are exact copies of the previous one, the difference being only texture, name and the enumeration. But what happens at the end of a game? Well, at the 100th day, you fight over 4 bosses at once, and the day had a promising name. You're fucked. After defeating those bosses, you'll be applauded by McDigg. And the fun becomes natural, and the enemies count becomes the friends. But you can also kill the friends. What happens when you do this?
What the hell are you doing? You just killed every innocent creature on my farm. Now we have to start this all over again. What the hell were you thinking, you dumb ass bastard? Get the hell out of my face.
Yeah, you restart. This entire game is a joke, in a good way. None of it's supposed to be taken seriously. The non-dying farmer that constantly spits in your face and insults you, who also throws grenades at you when you try to kill him. The game mode where you literally paint instead of shooting. Cheat codes that doesn't affect your game progression at all. Or a game mode where you play as a fucking astronaut, which actually quite limited to say at least. All it doesn't make sense. Ain't supposed to be like that. But what if I would tell you that this game actually contains lore? It all starts from multiplayer game mode called the Hordes, where you hold out from the hordes of boars. They come to you and your supposed friend. There are also pumpkins all around containing loot and even lead that helps you create the cauldron. What happens when you create it? But we came here not for this. You see, there is a secret message that can be seen by using a flashlight. Actually, on any night map it can be seen by side here, so shut up. The message appears anywhere on the map. Sometimes it's a mockery, like play with scissors or hello pumpkin head, and even lung cancer? What? But those doesn't matter. What matters is this message. Farmer lies. What they implying? The farmer? The McDigg? It's him who's behind all this. But there's no way. It's his pigs. He didn't want them to act like this. Well, I thought of until I got to the tunnels. At day 2, you meet with the tunnels for the first time. The games give you a choice to go either into the barn or into the tunnels. If you will go to the tunnels, you receive a flashlight, few armor piercing ammo, and that's it. You're free to go. Oddly enough, the previous method cheats and third person doesn't work here. It's just locked away no matter what. Sounds already sketchy, isn't it? The door's handle required to be shut to be opened. It's even marked to you so you understand. You will meet nothing on the day. Only blood trail, few money drops, and the tunnels that lead to infinite void. Until you meet with a locked door. You can unlock it by a passport code that can be found in the tunnels. You get to the exit, which also require a key, and that's it for now. Day 7 is more menacing. First, what meets you is a skull trap that shoots skulls. Why, where and how they're skulls, nobody knows, and neither do we gotta bother. You can faintly hear odd music coming out until... Yeah, that's a floating boar head. It's extremely hostile and will try to kill you at the first sight. Images somewhat way of a Pac-Man, but the cost is you. But what happens when you kill them? Well, then you'll get their tusk. There's over 3 tasks in the game, which can be collected. You can carry only 1 task per run. But why we carry those tasks for? Well, on a day 23 in the tunnels, we not only receive one of our most important items, which is Geiger Goggles, but also the secret of the tunnels. The twin of McDigg. He tells us a story about his younger brother, which changes the whole perspective about McDigg entirely. You see, the entire farm was just taking an idea from older brother of McDigg. The farm, grinder, everything, not his idea. But what makes me more curious is the ominous words the twin left. Он делает правильную вещь с этой фермой.
It goes a little something like this. A man loses a wife. A man loses a daughter. A man loses his brother.
What could he imply by those words? But remember those tags mentioned before. Here, where we put them. After removing them, 3 of them, we hear something that changed about the old creatures that look in the tunnels.
Слышим историю про Таск.
These tusks you keep finding, well, they're from some kind of creature. They're called a phantasm, which is
Фантазм?
actually perpetuated by your own fear. I know it sounds
Страх?
crazy.
Those creatures are actually called phantasm and actually shaped from our fear. The only way to defeat them is the armor-piercing ammo that was given from the start, and the tunnels, they change every day. Something like in a meshy dungeon, for example. But how about this podium? It's empty, for a reason, right? Well, These were the Geiger goggles I'm going to use. You see, every level got a secret room that can be revealed only after equipping the goggles. Every hidden entry is marked by neo-green marker, and behind them is a few secrets. First is being hell rooms. There's over 5 of them. So here, take a listen.
Hey, what did you find down there? What'd you find? Okay. Alright, that brings back some memories. That's probably the last time my brother and I were actually together. Well, it's true. Now you know I have a twin brother, and he was always a little bit jealous of me. Yep, we're identical. Well, it was my idea to build the farm. I don't care what he said. We're always arguing about that point. But there he is. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, you find something down there? Oh, I know where you are. Yeah, is that the one of the frozen dead cat? Oh, no, wait. Oh, you're looking at me a long time ago. Yeah, I built this farm with my 2 bare hands. Built it on top of an old burial ground. Nah, I'm just kidding. But it was hard work. But it was worth it in the end. Oh no, I know where you are now. You found her somewhere down there. You must have smelled her out, or you just couldn't leave well alone. Well, there you go. There's my ex-wife. Isn't she a thing of beauty? Yeah, but she walked around. She made a creaking sound. Her bones, she was not big boned. She was creaky boned. Well, there she is eating, and she got me that old grandfather clock. I don't know where it is now, and it never seemed to work. There are no hands on it. Look closely. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Hey, I hear you poking around down there. What'd you find? Oh, wow, I remember that, and those were some of the best days alive. That's when I just won the Tractor Pull Award, and they even gave me a nifty baseball cap. I wonder where that went. Oh, where are you now? Oh, well that's dumb. Why is such a great photo down there? Well, she was the prize pig for 3 years in a row. She won first prize again. Well, I don't think I can hold her in my arms anymore. But I'm happy you get to see Princess when she was so cute. Well, you're finding out a lot of neat stuff about my personal crap.
So we discovered that the farmer is very egoistic man, constantly arguing with his brother, hating his beautiful wife, and even overfeeding the princess to the point with her like that. But we came not for the stories, but for this. The skulls. Each skull is nicknamed Mr. Green, Mr. Blue and Mr. Red. Here's a good reason why. After collecting them and placing them, you will get another story and hear what he got to say. Oh, he will also dance Gangnam Style.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Stupid brother.
Жаль, что этого не записываю.
Я-то записываю наоборот. Я-то записываю. Я-то
Просто
записал.
все такое серьезное. И тем временем этот мужик такой.
Wait.
Коллекция полная.
So you want to know the real story of the 3 skulls in the barn? Yeah, I
Mr.
bet
Green.
you do. Well, my brother is a fat liar, and he was not the only one to survive. I survived, but I also caused the fight. I sort of stole that tractor in
Он
Canada
украл
and gave
трактор.
it to my brother. Well, one night there was a noise in the barn, and my brother found 3 men looking around in there for that tractor. But to him, it looked like they were robbing the place. There was a nasty fight. Mr. Blue was killed almost instantly by my brother, but the other 2 men, well, they got the upper hand and pitchforked him to the wall.
Это были
He
те
was
самые
pretty
люди.
nasty, as I came in just in time to see him being tortured.
Sure.
And he ripped off or cut off his leg. Blood was everywhere. So I shot Mr. Green in the face with my shotgun. Done like dinner.
эти 3 люди, это именно те самые люди, кто приковали его к стене.
So it was me and one guy left. But he was tougher than me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was getting my ass beat. We fought and fought. I was losing. Well, we called them Mr. Blue, Mr. Green, and Mr. Red because of who killed them. There's nothing special about them. Yeah, we gave them nicknames. I'm just saying my brother was wearing his blue overalls, so the man he killed is called Mr. Blue. And I was wearing my green overalls, so that's Mr. Green. And so, you know, Daisy wearing her red dress, that poor
Стоп,
bastard
Daisy?
called him Mr. Red.
А кто
Mr.
такая
Red is
Дейзи?
dead, we used to say.
Может,
Well,
его
that's the
так
story.
жирная жена, мы играем ее имя.
Скорее
Mr.
всего.
Red got it in the end as Daisy, my niece. She
Знаете,
came
мне
in and
напоминает?
Майнис,
blasted
это
everything with that
его...
AK assault rifle.
Он
She was wearing a
дядя.
red dress at the time when she killed
Да,
him.
да, 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 да.
So now we call him Mr. Red. Mr. Red got it in the end as Daisy, my
Да.
niece. She
My
came in
niece.
and blasted everything with that AK assault rifle. She was wearing a red dress at the time when she killed him.
Дейзи.
So now we call him Mr. Red. Well, the burning effigy of 3 skulls was left on those walls that night.
Ага.
Now my brother was bleeding out, and there was no choice. I regret 2 things I did next. In my haste, without thinking, I gave my brother the tainted grain to eat. He was well, now he won't die. And this happened about 75 years ago, not 3, like my brother said.
Он бессмертный,
And I
по-моему,
had
в
to eat the grain
смысле.
too, so I could be with my brother
Ебать.
and
Они
take care of him.
бессмертные.
And this happened about 75 years ago, not 3,
75
like my brother
years
said.
ago.
And I had to eat the grain too, so I could be with my brother and take care of him. Well, we got along at first, but of course, we argued a lot. I mean, it was unbearable. So I had to build these tunnels and get away. It's better for me to be down here away from my angry, crazy brother with all his lies. That grain was a taint to the land, but there's something in it that gave extra life to anything that eats it. I mean, my brother is stuck to that wall from the fight and my bad choices. He should be dead. What? That's my story.
Huh?
Well, you don't like it? I didn't ask you to listen to my story. Well, screw you, man. That's the way it happened.
So, this was entire story of a game called Blood and Bacon. I hope you enjoyed this video and will put a like. Thank you and goodbye.